Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Storm here.
Jessica here.
We have Maui over here. I'm trying to entice him to come up and visit. So we are watching more of The Last of Us today, season 2, episode 3. Last episode was the worst episode, and it makes sense that they would show it this early on in the story, like the game. And thank you guys for commenting on our last 2 reactions. We wanted to bring up a point that Abby, first of all, I love the casting. And we did criticize Abby a little bit because her arms are not big, but it does not mean, which you guys know this, but it does not mean we mean any harm to any of the actors, because you guys were telling us that fans sometimes, unfortunately, it's very sad, can't
It's really bad.
separate characters from real people, and they started attacking Abby's actor, Caitlin
So yeah,
Dever.
they attacked Laura Bailey back when the game was out. They sent death threats to her. It was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And then apparently people are also starting in now on, I think it's both of them. I think it's both Bella Ramsey and Caitlin Dever. It's awful. That is any critique we have is simply critique. Mm-hmm. The actresses are perfectly fine human beings as far as we know.
The acting's incredible.
They seem like very chill. They're doing a great job as far as acting is concerned. Mm-hmm. I personally would prefer if Abby were built, but I also understand that that's an extra thing to find.
Yes.
So during the casting process, I understand that you don't always get what you want. So
yeah, and I also want to bring up that someone commented that Abby, she was going to work out or get buff after the first episode or something like that, and then her mom actually died from cancer. So it's just a very sad story. So they decided not to do that. And then the emotion she had at the end with Joel was real. She was working through her grief. So it's just very sad and very incredible, actually learning the backstory behind the scenes of what people are going through, creating this amazing show. So she's an incredible actor, and Maui now has something on the floor. I don't know what he has. What do you have, Maui? Give you that. Oh no. Oh yeah, some kind of a piece of my equipment. I gotta figure out where this goes, but I'm like, don't choke on it. I'm sorry, bad mommy. No. Bad mommy. You started going.
Everything falls apart immediately.
I know. It's like my microphone or something. I have no idea. So, anywho, shall we get into this episode and we'll talk about it after?
Let's do it. I'm excited.
Now he's all sad. He's like, where'd it go?
We get to see this aftermath.
How many people died?
This is outside the wall, right? These are the ones that died outside.
So mm-hmm.
Still, even setting all these fires, that's so tough. It's gonna take the watch off. Mm-hmm. Get to Ellie.
Yeah.
Jesus. That's not
share my love.
Oh God.
You share my love. Oh.
Oh.
That was a great response. Like anyone injured, I would just think they were infected.
I mean, you have to check everyone. Mm-hmm. That's part of the biggest problem with this is it's not
holy crap.
You can't just treat someone.
Wow.
And he really messed her up.
You're in the hospital.
The lungs.
Yeah. I can give you something.
Jesus.
Ellie!
Oh. Oh. Oh wow. Yeah, that hit hard.
That's what they're opening ruining the episode.
Yeah. I'm guessing that happens at the end of the game.
There's only one of them at the end. There's only one thing. 3 months. Oh my goodness. This isn't the time, but damn, Jesse.
Yeah. I have the arms.
I mean,
if you miss Abby, just look at me.
He saved me a lot of times.
Yeah, I would think so, but that's not wronging someone.
It's weird.
Ellie's such a bad liar.
Feel wronged?
See, I like how she's still protecting that.
I should have let him off the hook.
Such a bad liar.
What he was talking about.
Sarcastic.
I enjoy that they made
I'll
her
have to
character
let
bad in it.
myself off the hook for that.
Well, you really are doing good. Shit. If everyone were as healthy as you, what would I do for weed and booze?
I wouldn't worry, Gail. There's still a lot of fucked up people in this town.
Yeah. But not you, though.
Oh, this was such a hard part in the game where you're physically walking through the space
I know.
and
looking
picking
at
stuff
everything.
up and looking at it. Oh, I just saw the hat.
Yeah.
I know it feels really obvious, but it's like so symbolic to have like these two things that mean so much to him, this memory of Sarah and then this gun, and for her to kind of push the watch aside for a moment to get the gun.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's hitting the nail on the head. Gosh, like I'm pretty sure that's the exact shirt she wears. It's like wild.
When they let you out? 30 minutes ago? They made me talk to Gail. I never said. I should have said thank you for all those times she came to visit. That's okay. You would have done the same for me. Yeah, maybe not as often. Yeah, no, probably not. I made you cookies. Just 'cause? No. This is a peace offering.
Peace offering.
Because I'm about to make you angry. First of all, this town was wreckage and funerals for weeks. Nobody was going to go after anyone. And then it occurred to me that if you want to find someone, and the only thing you know about them is where they're going to end up, maybe let them get there.
It's not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him too, you know.
Cookies.
Accept them.
Do they have grain farms? I'd imagine you wouldn't want to grow flour, because flour was where the fungus originally grew.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm really focusing on these cookies for some reason.
Well,
It's important to me what they're making the cookies out
Yeah,
of.
because they even really fully understand how it works.
So we
Yeah.
can get these guys.
Really? It ain't that simple. The town is still recovering. So are you.
We get where you're coming from.
No, we don't get where you're coming from. I don't get where you're coming from. Even you told me halfway to
Tina's
Seattle
trying
before
so
the sun
hard.
came up.
He'd be halfway to Seattle to save my life. But when we lost people, no. We would just break him like it was his fault. I saw that time and time again, and don't talk to me like I didn't know him. He was my brother.
Jeez.
And you hold out information on me again, you got rendering detail for a month.
I like her cringing. Oh boy. Oh yes. Uh-huh. God, these guys freak me out. Ah, traumatized! Forever traumatized by that sound. Different whistles.
Yeah, you gotta learn what the whistles mean.
And now I always get caught.
Understand what we're giving you now. Keep you far, far safer than a hammer. Distance.
From home.
From war.
Uh-oh.
Take cover!
What's the point of whistling if you're gonna say it out loud?
For us.
Demons?
Push-ups?
Yeah, crunches when they weren't looking.
Yeah, that'll do it. A few more weeks, you'll be right back to where you were before.
Nice.
Which is 80% of where you should have been.
Whatever, fuck you.
Dude, have you seen Jesse's arms?
I know.
Come
You're
on.
the council now.
Come on.
Yep.
So you know about the
Ooh,
meeting
fancy.
coming up.
I know about the meeting coming up.
Can I count on you?
Can't discuss upcoming votes.
Seriously, it's me.
Ooh.
I know.
Who's gonna be running
Dude,
this
You were
place?
there.
I know that too. Gotta go.
Plays by the rules.
Ellie. The council won't make up their mind until we hear people speak. So, here's a little advice. Organize your thoughts, write them down, and then read them out loud tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, because I'm stupid.
Because you're angry.
Yeah,
Ellie,
emotions.
And no one's gonna vote for you angry.
It's an open meeting. The bylaws say that.
Maybe we should stick to what everyone else came here to discuss.
I don't really have an opinion on the Seattle thing.
Okay, thank you. So that was Scott. That's
Scott has important shit to say.
He does.
Scott, the crops you grow are more important than the Seattle thing.
Forgive and be forgiven. No grudges. No revenge. And I'm not even a Christian. I've always
was
seen
like-
the wisdom in that. That's what separates us from the raiders and the murderers. Our capacity for mercy. Those sons of bitches don't deserve our mercy. Well, of course they don't.
Ellie, you're siding with the
Makes it
bigot.
worse. Well, to hell with that. To hell with you for saying it, Carlisle.
Seth, sit down.
No.
You're not on the list.
No! What the hell are we all talking about here? Boo-hoo, it's not fair. What, we gotta forgive everybody when they show up and piss in our eye?
She's
They
smiling.
came into our house. They took one of ours. My God, somebody shoots your brother. You wanna take the locks off your doors? Grow up! You idiots, they'll come back. They'll come back because we didn't make them pay.
You
And
got
when they
punched by
come
him.
back, they'll be laughing. And you'll all deserve it. But you goddamn victims.
He's not that wrong either. I mean, I'd be scared
No,
about like
he
could they come
is.
back. I know, yeah. But I'm kind of scared to just like forgive and be like, okay, they're no threat because they snuck in. They didn't
Oh,
actually
they
sneak in.
put those words in the mouth of the guy that called Ellie names for
I
being
know.
gay. Like, I think they knew what they were doing here. Nope, she wrote him down. Good for her.
And no
I
sarcasm.
normally don't write things down because I normally don't think before I talk, which has gotten me in trouble before. A lot. And it's cost me in ways that sometimes couldn't be undone. If someone hurts any of you or the people you love, you can count on me. That's what holds all this together. Not potluck dinners or New Year's Eve dances. Definitely not a wall, because that thing got busted through, but Jackson is still here. I'll accept whatever the council decides, but I am asking you, please, do what it takes to see that justice is done. Not for me.
That was good.
It was very
Not
good
even for Joel.
for all of us.
I am asking you, please, do it for us.
Look good, Ellie. I'm proud of you. It was
Me
well
too.
thought out.
Thank you. No.
Oh,
No.
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 You lost it, kiddo. Sorry.
No.
The vote is 8-3. The proposal is rejected.
Oh,
This is funny.
you ever watch Schitt's Creek with her? So
No.
This actually isn't that far off from the O3 squad. You want a beer? Get them from Marshall.
If they have a beer, they must be growing wheat.
Wait.
Look, I'm very into the actual intricacies of having a post-apocalyptic life. I feel like people
I spotted you in the crowd.
don't pay enough attention to this stuff.
Yeah. I'm nervous she's gonna do something stupid.
What, you didn't believe her speech?
Did you?
Of course not. She's a liar.
Well, there's a difference between lying and being a liar.
Oh, I know. And that one? Liar. Because maybe one person she told the truth to, and he's... But we can agree to disagree about that. What matters is you're afraid. So, let's talk about it. Okay? Free of charge.
I was gonna say, he's drinking your beer. He owes you something.
I just don't want her to go down the same paths that Joel did.
Go to Seattle and kill Abby. What route? Northwest?
And is that all guns, or do you have medical supplies in there?
No? Well, better not land weird on an ankle or
Get a fever on your well-charted path.
love the converse. Respect your consistency, but you're not crossing the country in fucking chucks.
I've done it before. No chucks. Questions? Yeah, one. How the fuck are we gonna get all of this?
I know, guy. Oh, no. No, don't tell me you told Jesse, please.
Captain Wyoming?
Aww.
But he's a little uptight about rules and shit.
Wear all the clothes you're gonna bring. Fill your pockets with ammo.
Everything else needs to fit inside a holster or your backpack.
Oh, Dina.
I like Dina.
Trade. It's better. Trade. I'd come with you, but I caught some friendly fire on New Year's Day.
I'm sure it's friendly. Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Patrol comes by. Let's get you going.
If you're watching this and you're big into farming, let me know. Let me know they should be growing in
Here comes
Wyoming.
Elsa. Let it go. Let it go. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Aw. 10 miles out.
Coffee beans.
Oh.
It's beautiful too there. I'm actually going to Jackson Hole in the summer. So I'll say hi to everyone while I'm there.
Let me know if you see any outcroppings or spots with cover. Why? That's okay. Holy shit, that came on fast.
Did you know that was
Yeah, she's there.
I'm a witch. Clearly.
Oh, man. Sharing a tent. Whatever could happen.
New Year's Eve.
Ooh.
You know, the kid.
Oh, is this where they're going to do the conversation from the library?
I know.
You were
I was
super
like,
high.
oh, I didn't see.
And you were drunk.
Right, so it doesn't mean anything, if that's what you're asking.
No, I know that. My question is, how would you rate it?
Scale of 1 to 10.
No. Come on. You've kissed girls before. You're gay, I'm not.
I'm just curious. Want to know if I'm any good at it. 1 to 10.
Okay, fine, 6.
Fuck you, 6. It's not bad. That sucks.
For the record, I don't believe you.
Well, you asked, and I told you. I'm sorry. You can go back to Jesse.
I already did.
Well, there
Okay, I was wondering if they would do that with that 3-month gap. Interesting what they're doing here. I don't dislike it. I don't
either.
it. Is it a Seraphite? They're using a wooden wagon. A Seraphite would do that.
He was running away.
Yeah, he's got the cloak
What's that
on.
symbol? I don't know, I've never seen it before.
Oh, God.
You okay? It's just...
What was that Abby said about Isaac not going after unarmed people that can't defend themselves?
Oh, there's a girl. Yeah. They break the windows to find supplies. I got too obsessed with breaking windows.
Yeah.
It's like, here, because sometimes you do come across something. In the trunk.
Man, even an ice cream truck. right from the game.
Like, what? Ooh,
You see
down
the
there.
go to the left. Can I see it? Didn't see the Ferris wheel. This is good. Because like we've played the game, we know the size of the WLF. But I can imagine if you have not played the game, this moment with this tank coming through.
You're like, oh
and
damn.
Like here Ellie is coming in. There's about to be a whole lot less. This is a full operation. Oh, that's
I feel
a good
like
ending.
at this point,
That's a
if
good
they-
ending.
Yeah, if they brought 16 people, I think that it would have been worse off. I think more people would be dead. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know, after last episode, I was curious how, like, what was going to happen this episode. I knew there would be some mourning, but, I mean, not only Joel dying, but how action-packed it was with, you know, Jackson being taken over by the infected. I mean, I think this was really well handled. I liked everything that was covered, and Ellie and Dina going on their own. You never know. I really think the two of them going on their own is a lot better than the 16. I mean, what do you think? If you voted for them to go or to stay in Jackson and help? Because again, it's only been 3 months since the attack.
No, I would not vote for them to leave. I'm sitting here over here wanting the guy to talk about corn some more.
I know.
I am fully in like, it's one of my pet peeves in post-apocalyptic fiction, literature, whatever, that people are just like, oh, you know, you gotta hoard the food before it happens, or like whatever. And people always focus on this like survival stuff that I feel like doesn't. If a real situation like this happened, the way humans survived back in the day was by creating communities, which Jackson has done, by farming and farming the correct things. Because if they know that wheat is vulnerable to the fungus, like they can't do wheat. That's why I'm focusing on it. You know, like I'm just like, in my mind, you have to focus on the correct stable crops. You have to focus on the skills you need to be able to pass along. So like the idea of like Dina asking Joel, like, teach me how to fix this. Like I was super impressed by that moment because I feel like that's super important. Like you need to know how to weave and how to sew, or else you're going to run out of clothing because all the clothes in the stores are eventually going to disappear, and the stuff that you wear is going to wear out.
A big thing that I get triggered by too is that we have like these apocalyptic shows that you only have one effing doctor, like one medical doctor who knows a lot of stuff.
You have to be teaching everyone.
Yeah, and they barely can even teach one person, if anyone, because they're so focused on everything else. And I'm like, if other people don't learn how to do medical stuff to patch a simple infection, like patch a simple cut, that can turn into an infection, to amputate a leg if you have to. I mean, people can die so easily, and you need people to be doctors. And I always yell this, and then that doctor always dies, and then it's like, what the hell? And you just have, there should be a big group of people like learning how to be doctors and farming and all that. So
the only reason we are as advanced as we are is because we managed to start storing knowledge. We created the written word. We started putting stuff down in books that we were able to print and send out to other people. Because there's so many, like, this is so not about the show right now. I'm so sorry. But it's like, there's so many like things where like in the past, people invented new things constantly over vast different spaces. Like someone invents something in China and also invented over in Africa, also invented over in North America, but nothing ever became of it because there was no one to grow on that information. We're here now at the level that we are is because we were able to grow on that info. If an event like this happens, that information is wiped out. Like the information is vital. That's how you create a new community, a new society. So like if you're not passing that along, if you're not listening to Scott who wants to talk about corn,
I know, poor Scott.
You're in trouble.
Yes, I mean that is extremely important.
You
need doctors, you need food, you need resources to survive. And you'd be very interesting, like if Jessica's never seen The Walking Dead. I've seen all of it at this point. And I don't want to say much. Like she knows nothing of it, which is good. Don't look up anything. But I would be so curious on like what you would say, at least early on. I'd
probably get really mad at people.
You probably would. I mean, like the story is good, but later on, like, I can see you getting frustrated over things like that. But yeah, like when it comes to like hordes and stuff, like all depending on the situation, if it will endanger the community, like in this case they had to go after the infected. I mean, they were getting like full on charged by this attack. You have to sometimes you don't have a choice, I guess, to like go out and try to attack it away from where you're living. But yeah, like sending a group off for, I know Ellie keeps saying it's not revenge, but to get I know yes. But she wants to go out for justice. I mean, I get retaliating. I get that. And at some point, I would want that. I mean, but then you learn. I don't want to say too much. Again, we go back and forth with the spoilers and stuff because you learn from what you do. But I was kind of like, like if you just let people just take off and get away with it, you don't know if they're going to come back in the middle of the night, sneak in and kill more people. They might find something else wrong with someone else. Like I get a little paranoid about that, but right now it's still too early. I mean, the walls aren't even patched up yet. They need to freaking grow corn. They need help there in Jackson. And who knows, like overthinking everything again, wolves. Oh, it's probably a small group. And it's not, as we saw at the end of this episode. I mean, you're opening up a whole can of worms where you're just like, now you're going to have revenge, other people coming after you, and then you're going to put your place at risk, and I'm just speaking like, acting like I don't even know what's going to happen, but you don't know what the threat really is. And just going out, it's hard to say. Like, I just don't think it's the right choice right now, but I understand why Ellie has to do this.
I get it.
Yeah, I
100% get it. Like, I totally understand the emotional aspect of it. And if it was someone that was close to me from an emotional standpoint, I would be like right there with them. Like, also, this is a larger community. That's why they created this council, so that they can talk about things that affect the community and look at this with a more level head. And, that's the point of it. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah,
I don't know if the argument that they might come back makes, like, maybe they don't know why they were there. Like, Dina was out of it the time that they explained specifically why they were there. But they didn't kill Dina. They didn't kill Ellie. They only killed Joel and then they left.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that feels to me like if I were someone on the council, I'd be like, this feels specific.
Very personal.
It feels like this was for Joel. Now they've gotten Joel. I think they're done.
I know. And that's the thing too. Again, like I agree, like they needed to focus on Jackson first and then maybe send scouts out like a few miles at a time and just like assess the area. And it's really, really hard. But yeah, like going out seeking revenge like this, you don't know how many you're going to come across, and then they might come back to kill more people. It's like you kill someone they care about, they're going to come back and kill someone you care about. Like it's an endless cycle of hate, you know? So I'd be like nervous, you know, going like, okay, you want to get revenge, you want to get justice. But I get that too, because you never know when people are going to come back because they don't know the story. You don't know. So Raiders is always a threat. It's always
but
a
I
threat.
feel like, you can't defend yourself against people coming if you don't have the wall up. You know, you can't defend yourself against people if you don't have people because they're starving, because you didn't plant your crop soon enough because you weren't listening to Scott.
Right.
You know, like
Scott.
It's just super, you know, it's a very put your mask on before you help someone else kind of situation. Like survival is a 24/7 job in this situation. Like you can't just chill, you know, chilling's not going to bring food. Chilling's not going to keep you from freezing. Like, chilling's not going to keep you from the zombies. So,
yeah. And I know, like, because you know what you're talking about, but I know, like, when I used to say zombies on here, people are like,
I know it's not zombies.
I know you know that. Zombies. I'm just saying it because I know you know that. And that's why I appreciate you correcting me, because I know someone's going to be like, they're infected, they're not zombies. And I get it, because I would freak out playing the game and I'd be like, the zombies, and people are like, they're infected, what are you talking about? I'm like, I know, but I'm scared.
It's easier to say zombies.
It is.
It's one less syllable.
One less syllable. Zombies. So I have to say really quick, don't be mad, I did not finish part 2 yet. I am very close to being done. I will try to do that soon. I do work a lot, but I am looking forward to finishing that soon. And I do have to say, the other day I took the afternoon off and I wanted to have a couple's time with Ryan, and I wanted to play a video game with him because he doesn't usually play video games, but he will if I bug him enough. So I convinced him to play The Last of Us, the first game, the one that was like remastered, like the newest one that's out for part 1 for PlayStation 5. So it has better special effects and graphics, whatnot. So anyways, like I had him play for like an hour and a half or so. And I'm like, you're going to play. I'm like, I'm just going to watch. And if you want help, you can ask me and I'll tell you stuff, but you're fully playing. And oh my God, like I really wish he didn't mind me recording. Like he doesn't want to be on camera, but he was cracking me up because like, first of all, I was freaking out and he's calm. Like he gets scared, but he's like normal people where he's just like, no emotions, you know, he's just like playing and he's calm. And I'm like, oh my God. And I started like hitting him. I'm like, you gotta duck. And he was going against like Ralph's group at one point. And I'm like, you have to duck behind that counter. And he's not used to like open world games, moving the joystick. So he kept hitting like it's inverted or something. So he kept looking down for up and up for down. And I'm like, you're looking the wrong way, look up. And I was getting like so aggressive. And I'm like, oh my God. Like this other side of me was coming out. And then Ryan slowly looks at me and he's like, you know, this is my first time playing this game. He's like, can you chill? And I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, who is this person right now? But it's just amazing when you're not actually playing. I'm not used to watching a beginner. Like he played Mario and Sonic games, like the classics and stuff, and even Hyrule, but it's different. Like there's a lot to know with this game. Yeah. But he's still early on, and it was a fun experience though. It's a scary game, but I thought that might intrigue him more, and he was really getting into it. We didn't even meet Ellie in the game yet, but anywho, so that was a fun experience though. And he did do pretty good. It was funny in stealth mode because he's like sneaking up to this guy, and I'm like, okay, you have to go around the corner, but once you do, the guy's going to turn around kind of fast, so you got to time it and get up there quick. And then he couldn't get the joystick right, and he's like, la, 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 la. And then he went into his, like, viewpoint, and I'm like, watch out! So anywho, I think that would be very entertaining to actually watch. But so I'm hoping he'll want to play again soon. And I
Hopefully.
will on my solo time make time to
Yes.
finish the game. So
Which I realized, like I said, partway through that you have played the part where Tommy comes back to give the coordinates to Ellie, where Abby might be in California. That moment in the game, I was furious.
I know.
At Tommy.
I know. I was
Furious.
quite shocked. I was quite shocked.
To the point where every time I see him, like pre that moment, I still get mad at him. I'm just like, fucking Tommy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't wait to see like the flashbacks that they have in this series. I want to definitely see more Joel and stuff too. But yeah, like these slow like reveals of stuff like that happening.
They showed the hat.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you noticed the hat, but oh my
God, you did. I know you said. I didn't notice it at first until you said that. I know.
Like seeing it, I was just like, oh my God, it's that moment. It's that moment. Okay.
I know.
So, yeah, I'm gonna bawl like a little baby when they show that moment.
I like that whole scene too. Like, even her going to like the coat and stuff, and you know, there's just so many good moments there. And oh my God, like she did such a great job, you know, crying and mourning for Joel. Like when she woke up in the hospital, you know, just screaming initially when she had like
and then seeing Abby in front of her. Yeah. Which we already know, like we know it's gonna haunt her for a long time. Like that's not, she's not over that moment. Seeing that, I think we're gonna see that flash a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. And we did see the scars.
We saw the scars. So the show is less subtle than the game. Which isn't always a bad thing, right? This isn't a complaint necessarily. But it is less subtle. It is more like forward with it.
Showing us everything, right? Like showing us like what they're about kind of thing.
Because like I enjoy in the game when Ellie gets to Seattle and she doesn't quite like she just picks up on bits and pieces about the scars, you know? She doesn't get this whole like we got to see them walking. I say scars, seraphites, whatever. We see them walking, everything, explaining the whistles, explaining the prophet, and then also we get to see, you know, Ellie gets to see these like dead people that include children, families. That I think that there's like a sympathy there. Where in the game, like her first encounter with them is them shooting her with arrows. Right.
Yeah, and it's so scary. It's so freaking. And the way they talk to you.
She immediately starts saying stuff like fucking scars. Like she picks up on the language immediately and starts like throwing it back at them, which I always thought was really interesting because, you know, Ellie doesn't know anything about these people at all. But she's already started to like prejudice against them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
In a way, because she's so focused on this revenge mindset. It's like she's not seeing people. She's seeing groups. She's seeing obstacles. So it was really interesting to me that she saw a child and got to like maybe empathize with them a little bit, which is different.
I full on agree. I love doing reviews with you because you're so good at like breaking things apart and just talking about it. I just love it so much. But you're so right, you know, like it's handled so differently. And I do appreciate what they're doing here. I know there's going to be less episodes, and with the game, like you have tons of hours, so you have time to really sit in this and really just
live in it. Yeah,
to live in it and you know, have that unknown, because you're only with Ellie, like you're only Ellie. And you're walking around like you're learning for the first time. So here it's like a show I get has to be different. The storytelling has to be different. So we're just seeing the whole group. And I kind of like the idea of feeling bad for the scars, because I hated them for so long, you know, because they're just so, and the way they talk to you, or like kind of like when they're sneaking up on you, they say like nasty things to you, and it's just like, you know. But you see this other side, like this Scar was protecting this little girl, his daughter, whoever it was, but you know, he was very protective, and we didn't really see much of that before. So I thought that was like an interesting take to show that these groups, like they can be very different, but everyone has their own thing. I'll just put it like that.
For sure.
Now. But very good third episode.
And it also has me very excited because I think that might mean Lev. We might get Lev this season. I haven't heard anything about a Lev casting.
Yeah.
So like if we do get Lev, I'll be surprised, but like happily, I'll be like very excited.
I feel like that has to happen this season, but yeah, we'll see. I really hope so. I hope so.
To next season, but we'll see. I hope so too. I love Lev. Lev is one of my favorite characters in this entire series. Like he honestly, he might outshine Ellie for me. Like, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I love Ellie. I know. Yeah.
Yeah. Ellie just goes to a dark place, and we never get to see Lev go to that dark place, and so like he's still pure and innocent. But I did want to also point out that we didn't get to see Tommy go to Seattle, because that I thought he was going to pull a switch. I thought he was going to say, you should call the council, you should go to the meeting, and then while everyone is at the meeting, Tommy was going to...
Oh, that's why you said that. Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been interesting if they changed
I thought that's what was going to happen, but then Tommy was there, and then he didn't go to Seattle, and I was just like, huh, interesting.
Yeah.
Because yes, in the game, Tommy sneaks out. He sneaks out before Ellie does. He tells Ellie, don't do anything rash. Be calm. I'm gonna go do it instead. Bye.
I mean, after Ellie left, we didn't see Tommy there again, right? So they might still have done that like before they left, but we just didn't see it.
I'm wondering maybe if he's gonna come with Jesse later, because Jesse does show up later in the game. I wonder if it's just gonna be both of them come together rather than having it 3 different groups. Tommy followed by Dina Ellie followed by
See, that's another thing too. A short rant, but a lot of shows do that sometimes. Where not The Last of Us. I mean, we had some like side stories, but when you separate the main group too much and you just have all these side stories going on, it kind of like gets stretched too thin, and it gets kind of annoying. But so I agree. I hope they kind of combine things, and
we also need our Tommy sniper scene.
Oh my god,
that was rough in the game. That was so.
Oh my god, I sucked.
Rough.
Oh my god, during that scene, like I didn't know exactly what to do, and I was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to like move forward and hide behind cars, like run and hide. And I was like,
run and hide.
Yeah, I kept getting freaking
shot. Tommy, he'll shoot you first.
Yeah, he was so freaking fast. I was like, oh my god, that was actually really hard to do. It was so good. But thank you guys for listening, and apologies kind of sort of for all the spoilers, but I know most of you have played the games and just know the spoilers and stuff. And one last recap, I started saying it early on. I do apologize for talking over the main theme in the beginning, just seeing Ellie there by herself solo. I went on a little rant, which I try not to do, but I did, so I apologize for that. But
you'll watch it later. It was just it hit.
Yeah, I'm going to be editing this episode, so I'll be like, but I'm glad you saw it. And the way you reacted, I thought you were reacting to me explaining the game, that I didn't finish the last part of part 2 of the game. And we had a couple comments last reaction on our channel saying that, like, I don't understand why people who played the game get confused about Ellie forgiving Joel when that happened. And I know it's a spoiler, so don't confirm it. Just don't confirm it for me. But that kind of hinted to me that because the last night, like 10% of the game, that might happen, and I just didn't see it yet. So some of the people who are just watching our reaction, thank you either way for watching our videos, but they miss the reviews a lot, and they just comment what they see on the reaction and not the actual review itself. So there's a reason why I don't know that, because there was no closure. There's no closure, and I've been like really sad about the whole thing.
Don't say nothing about nothing.
Yeah, so now I want to like definitely finish the game, because if that does happen, that'll make me feel a bit better, even though it's still heartbreaking. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. We hope you have a wonderful day, and stay tuned for the next episode and other movies and shows. Woo! So have a wonderful day, guys. Bye!